I am Representative Stephanie McClintock from the 18th Legislative District, and that covers the north end of Vancouver and Clark County area. We kind of call it a no man's land. It's not within any city limits. The city of Battleground is in the 18th, but it also encompasses neighborhoods such as Salmon Creek area, Philida, Hazeldale, Orchards. There's a little smidge of Ridgefield on the east side of I-5. I would say my biggest focus was education, and I'm carrying over some bills I introduced last year into this next session, kind of like what we do. It was short session, so sometimes bills need a little more time to bake, a little more time to get input and improve them. So I am a former school board member from Battleground, and two kids that went through the public school systems there. And so I'm all about trying to improve our educational outcomes. Our test scores are about 50% for reading and writing, and I think we need to do better, and we can do better. I'm a product of public schools and turned out just fine. My son's got a great education. I think that some improvements in those educational outcomes are something that we need, so I have some bills surrounding that. And then the district I represent also has had a lot of financial struggles. We struggle to pass bonds. We have buildings that are over 50 years old, and the inequities when it comes to buildings is a focus. So I've written a couple bills trying to help my district and other districts that fall within that little bit of rural area, huge population, 12,000 students, large transportation costs, and inability to pass that bond, and with schools that are 50 plus years old with orange and gold cabinets, which is kind of cool. I mean, you could call that vintage now, but yeah, there's just some inequities there when you relate it to other districts across the state that have plenty of money. I'm sitting in an auditorium at a school a couple miles the opposite direction of Battleground School District to watch the Vancouver Symphony play. So I'm all about trying to level the playing field when it comes to that. And then, of course, I'm ranking on consumer protection and business. I'm a former small business owner. I work in the private sector currently in agriculture, and I know that the burdens of having a business in Washington State and the struggles that even our employees face when we're trying to do cost of living adjustments as inflation rises. So I'm all about trying to put money back in people's pockets. I'm brand new on the agriculture committee this year, which is wonderful. It falls in line with what I do in my day job because I call this my side hustle. And so I'm a grain exporter. We literally feed the world, and a lot of the issues and regulations and things that Washington State puts on their farmers, where Washington grows some of the best wheat in the world, is really affecting price, and the ability for exporters to compete on a global scale is being affected in this area. I love playing soccer. I still play indoor soccer until I hurt my knee again in July, and I was campaigning, doorbelling like crazy, so I thought I better take a break from this because it won't look good, me walking around on a knee scooter door to door. So, I have a new ACL from a few years ago, and so that injury just kind of plagues me a little bit, but I'm hoping after this session I can rebuild that hamstring and that knee back up and get back on the soccer field because I love it. It's a great release of energy and frustration and sweating it out. I love that. I love the competitiveness of it, and I've played soccer since I was a kid, so that's one of my hobbies. Walking, just being active is just feeling good. So I think I feel better now than I did when I was so busy when the kids were little and working full time and kids activities, and now that they're in their 20s, a little more time to focus on my own health and my own career, which is why I just started serving as a representative 2 years ago. So next chapter.